So we're going to start with our 1/2 fraction and make equivalent fraction pictures. So my shading for my equivalent fraction has to be the same as what I started with. Okay, so it still has to look like this, but now I'm going to do new groups to give myself an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to do a times 2 times 2, which means I'm going to do it in groups of 2. That means I have 2 parts shaded out of 4 parts whole. Same thing here. I'm going to just make sure that my end picture has to still be a 1/2 fraction. But now I'm going to use a different grouping. I'm going to do groups of 3. So I'm going to do times 3 times 3 on the 1/2. So I get 6, 3, and 6. And I have to do groups of 3. Groups of 3 are a little bit harder to do. It's going to look something like that. So I'm going to now have 3 out of 6. What might be a little bit easier is when we start with a 1/2 fraction, dividing by 2 is really easy because our brains are used to slicing things into halves. So I can do 1/8 and I can then slice it into half again. So if I do 2 groups and 2 groups, that's 4 groups. So I'm going to times by 4, so I'm going to get 4 shaded out of 8 parts whole. So 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, although they're different fractions, they still represent the same shaded area, so they are equivalent fractions.